So here it is, the full moon in Taurus, y'all. So this overall energy for the full moon in Taurus, you do not have to be a Taurus. This is just telling you what the energy is around you. So if you're curious about manifestation and enhancing the quality of your life, then stay tuned. So the overall energy is 41 with the sovereignty energy, the Queen of the Moon oracle deck, and I think this is actually perfect because sovereignty speaks of power. It speaks of sacredness, like sacred energy. And Taurus energy, which is what we're in right now for this moon, is all about those long-term stability, what we value, money, security. But sometimes, what you value could be just peace of mind. And that's what I'm kind of getting. It's like we've been through so much as a collective that we're like, fuck it, I just want peace of mind. Like, you might have had like a different idea, I'm seeing, for some of you before 2020, of what you wanted, and now your views have changed based upon the adversities that you've been through personally. And it says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. A lot of us have felt like failures. It says, I understand that a mistake is the only an opportunity to learn. But it's like we've gone through so much trial and error. And I feel like how she's holding her peace, a lot of us just need to define how we want to feel. Security is not only financial, but it's a feeling. What is the feeling? Yes. What is the long term? What do you want long term? Some of you guys might be realizing that it's changing. And for the energy that needs to be released, we have Capricorn. And we have Capricorn twice with the Saturn energy. So this might be, for some people, you need to release a specific Capricorn, but how I'm viewing it is Capricorn can be stuck in its ways. And I ain't coming for y'all Capricorn, so don't get mad, because I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart too. But Capricorn can be very rigid and controlling. And this kind of reminds me of a tower. It's like we want to build our tower of success, our home, our vision. And then 2020 came and the whole world literally was affected. And the world talks about the end of a painful journey, end of a cycle, kind of like getting to that state of mind. Some of you guys could have realized that, this year, it just really messed up your sleep cycle. And you might have been having like either downloads in your sleep or psychic dreams and visions or a lot of insomnia this year. But it's kind of like the Capricorn energy of like, I'm going to make it to the top and this is my plan. And, if I don't get there, then I feel like a failure. We're kind of releasing that like traditional version of success and embracing our own sovereignty, our own power. What do you want? Trusting our intuition much more, getting into our own power. So right now, this is a good moon to really define what you want. It came up in all of the readings pretty much in different ways, but it's kind of like a lot of you guys are really working towards, different creative paths. And I really feel like you're getting really, really inspired with this Page of Wands. This is talking about like looking good, smelling good, like feeling inspired again after feeling like a drought season. And I'm gonna keep this PG-13, but for some of you guys, maybe it's been like a dry spell, or you've been feeling like maybe it was like, I'm gonna get married and I'm gonna do this and do that, and then 2020 hit, or a life situation came and you're like, man, I feel like a failure, I feel like I'm never gonna get it. And this is kind of like when you have specific goals that are affected by things outside of your control. Like, for example, your goal could be to go to college, but then when college shut down, maybe you're rethinking things, or, this is kind of like the perfect time to go over what you value. If you do nothing else, what do you personally value, and trust your intuition. You see how the wand always represents passion, your spirit. When you trust in your intuition, you're more in your fire energy and you're more in your intuitive nature. So this is kind of like breaking that Capricorn, like this is the rule book for success, because Capricorn rules the 10th house, which is talking about success. So that's why I'm keeping it mainly business oriented. And it's like, for a lot of you guys, you see how the page represents a student, maybe learning how to do a business, maybe learning how, like, okay, I want to be a wife. And it's like, maybe you're taking, you're looking at houses and you're doing Pinterest boards, or you're getting inspired. Anything you can do to inspire you, because that same, even if it might seem small and like it's just beyond your reach, I see a lot of us really coming into that success energy. Some of you guys, it could be a promotion. Some of you guys, it's getting social media recognition, or it's just getting like a pat on the back, but some sort of financial attachment to it. I always see this as like my level up card, where you're getting the recognition, but you're also in a position to receive financially, even though this is not a pentacle. And it's like the same character. It's like you might start off where it's like a little, might have to do more effort, but you're going to end up being able to maybe teach or being in a position, an elevated position. That's what I'm going to say. So no matter what you've been going through, if you feel like success has been, out of your reach, just keep that young spirit where you're like, I know it's going to happen. It's right there. It's because it's going to. And I see this as a portal opening up. A portal opening up to the other side. The Six of Wands is a very, very good card. And I love it because the Six of Wands talks about overcoming adversity. It's a victory card. So this is saying, hey, it's gonna work out. It's gonna pan out. Just maybe don't be so attached to how. And also, when you don't have control over the outside circumstances, you always have control within your spirit. And this is like keeping that sovereignty. And lastly, it's like defining what you want. Yes, from like, okay, I want to make this much, or I want to have this, because it's Taurus season. So we're thinking about, I want that car, I want that house, I want that spouse. I didn't mean to rhyme. This is not Dr. Seuss. But Sagittarius, you might be dealing with the Sagittarius, but this is about, you see how she's got that, she's arrow and she's like pointing it. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and Sagittarius loves to travel and explore. And I'm seeing like this is passions. What is the energy behind what you want? Not just because you think that's what success means. It's like, this is about being authentic for what you want, not what anyone else says you should have. You might as well go for it. It's 2020. Like, you might as well just go for your dreams, because you've been through enough already to not. You've been through too much to not. And I really see that you're supported by the Magician energy. And it's funny because I said like a whirlpool, or not whirlpool, but like a portal's opening up. I feel like your intentions, and this is that Mercury energy, by the way, Gemini and Virgo, but your intentions are opening up a new portal, a new timeline. So whatever you intend on this moon, I'm seeing a lot of circle energy, like these portals opening up. Like, and this is not about how much money you have in the bank. This is not about any of that. This is about strictly your intention. Your intention's coming to fruition. And it's almost like this bullseye energy. If you take the Sagittarius, it's like your intention and what you want is going to hit the bullseye. And this is talking about an ending. So it's like you have a role to play in the ending of your karmic cycle by setting your intentions, but not just the material things that you want, how you want to feel about them. And I see that coming into fruition for us. So when you're doing that vibrational work, it really, really does bring in, these blessings. And I want to pull one last card. Sorry. Let's see. Oh my God. Let me pull one more card. Just like when we're setting our intentions, what's our main focus? And we have happiness, literally happiness. Wow, that's extremely, another whirlpool. Literally, you're creating your own happiness. When you focus on the feeling and the intent of what you want, the energy is really heightened, y'all. So, yeah. And you're leaving behind regret from the past. You can't change the past, and you can't control the present. So this is that surrender. And, maybe what I would do is write down. It's always good to write things down, date it, and write it down, with this full moon. It's also Halloween. So, the veil is very thin. So this is beautiful, y'all. So happy Halloween and happy full moon. I'll see you guys in the next video.